Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm beyond pumped to dive into the latest Arma Reforger update with you today. The latest 1.2.1 update dropped on February 27th, 2025, and it's packed with new features, fixes, and enough tactical goodness to make even the most grizzled Cold War vet nod in approval. Whether you're on Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox, this update's live across all platforms, so no one's left out in the digital trenches. From AI that finally learned how to drive, well, mostly, to helicopters that now pack a punch, this patch touches just about everything. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's break it all down together. Oh, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because missing out on Arma news is a fate worse than a server crash mid-firefight. Let's roll. First up, let's talk about the AI. In 1.2.1, your digital squad mates have gone from bumbling recruits to, well, slightly less bumbling recruits with driver's licenses. These AI soldiers can now drive vehicles. And I don't just mean careening off cliffs like it's a demolition derby. They navigate roads, dodge obstacles, and might even react to combat without turning every mission into a tragic comedy. Solo players rejoice. No more watching your AI driver get stuck on a rock like it's their life's purpose. Just kidding. And if you're commanding a squad, it gets even better. You can now micromanage them with precision. Move here, suppress there, heal that guy, or just stand still and look intimidating. It's like being a real squad leader, minus the paperwork. The AI follows orders more fluidly now, which is a godsend when bullets are flying and you're yelling at your screen like a drill sergeant. Next, let's take to the skies. Transport helicopters like the UH-1H and Mi-8MT got a serious glow-up with mounted weapon turrets. That's right, these choppers aren't just glorified taxis anymore. Now they can rain down suppressive fire, turning your average drop-off into a full-on action movie sequence. It's a game-changer for strategy. Suddenly, you're not just flying from A to B, you're providing air support and keeping the enemy's head down. On the ground, we've got new toys too. The AKS-74U joins the arsenal. A lightweight AK perfect for tight spaces. Storming a building, clearing a bunker, this little beast has your back. Then there's the underbarrel grenade-launched flares. Fancy, right? They light up the night in faction-specific colors, making them both tactical and oddly stylish. And for the chaos enthusiasts, explosive charges are here to blow up vehicles or structures. Pair that with bayonets. Yes, bayonets. And you've got a recipe for some up-close and personal carnage. It's the little things that make Arma feel like a gritty war sim, not just a shoot-'em-up. For the game masters out there, aka the puppet masters of Arma Chaos, this update's got your back. You can now set up complex AI patrol routes that cycle waypoints and tie into vehicles or structures. It's like giving your missions a pulse, making the world feel alive instead of a static shooting gallery. Plus, the civilian faction's been added to Game Master mode, opening up a whole sandbox of storytelling possibilities. But let's get real, new features are great, but stability's the unsung hero. The 1.2.1 update brings a freeze detection system that kills the app before it crashes into oblivion, because nothing says fun like losing progress to a hard lock. Server hosts, you'll love this. The A2S protocol stops responding when frozen, saving your sanity. Crashes tied to wheel traces, missing camera systems, and rogue radios? Fixed. Linux server folks, you're not forgotten. Freeze detection works properly now. It's not sexy, but it's the glue that keeps your firefights from turning into slideshows. Speaking of polish, PS5 players get some love with VSync tweaks. Margins are now 10% by default, which should cut down on screen tearing. It's not a cure-all, but it's a step towards smoother visuals, especially in those chaotic multiplayer battles. Across all platforms, the devs have poured effort into making Arma Reforger feel less like a tech demo and more like the tactical beast we know it can be. This update's a hefty one, showing Bohemia's serious about refining the experience. So, if you haven't jumped in yet, what are you waiting for? Your next mission's begging for some AKS-74 action. Now let's pivot to the future, because 1.21's solid, but it's not perfect. Screen tearing still haunts consoles, server lag spikes can ruin your day, and the AI, while improved, isn't exactly Sun Tzu yet. Enter the 1.3 update, which is looming on the horizon like a heavily armed chopper. The devs haven't spilled all the beans, but based on player gripes and update trends, here's what's likely coming. Server stability's the big one. Lag, disconnects, and multiplayer woes have been thorns in our sides. Expect beefier server optimizations, fewer dropouts, and a smoother online experience. PS5 players, hold on to hope. 1.3 experimental just released on Xbox, and this update should tackle PS5 screen tearing head-on, maybe even with smarter performance tweaks. And the AI? It's slated for another IQ boost. Think better pathfinding, tactical smarts, and less stand there and die vibes. So there you have it. 1.2.1's a banger, and 1.3's got potential to be the game changer we've been craving. New content might sneak in too. More weapons, vehicles, or modes to keep things fresh. It's shaping up to be a beast of an update. Check out this video to learn more. What's got you hyped? Better servers? Smarter AI? Less screen tearing so you don't feel like you're gaming in a flipbook? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. Arma Reforger is evolving fast, and I'll be here keeping you in the loop. Thanks for watching. Stay tactical.